All right, everyone. So today we're going to be talking about just a couple useful tips of taking care of yourself. All right, so first things first, self-care is not selfish. Taking care of yourself is one of the most important things you can do as a caregiver. Caregiving is definitely not easy, not for the caregiver and not for the person receiving care. It requires sacrifices and adjustments for everyone. Often, family caregivers must juggle work and family life to make time for these new responsibilities. So, how do you know if you need help? It's not always obvious when a person needs help, but there are a couple useful signs that you can watch for, such as feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, or anxious, becoming easily angered or impatient, feeling lonely or disconnected from others, having trouble sleeping and not getting enough sleep, feeling sad or hopeless or losing interest in activities you used to enjoy, having frequent headaches, pain, or other physical problems, not having enough time to exercise or prepare healthy food for yourself, skipping showers or other personal care tasks such as brushing your teeth, and misusing alcohol or drugs, including prescription medications. So, how can you ask others for help? Understand that many people want to help and it makes them feel good to contribute. And if asking for help is hard for you, here are a couple tips that may help. Ask for some things at first that are small, if that makes it easier for you. Many large jobs can be broken down into simpler tasks. If you aren't comfortable asking face to face, send a text or even an email with your request. Consider a person's skills and interests when thinking about how they could help. Be prepared with a list of things that need to be done and let the other person choose what they'd like to do. If someone offers to help, practice saying, "Thanks for asking. Here's what you can do." Be honest about what you need and what you don't need. Not every offer is going to be helpful. And then last, be prepared for someone to say no and don't take it personally. So, who else can you ask for help? Family and friends are great people to ask for help, but they're not the only sources of support for caregivers. Others who may be able to help include your doctor. Tell your doctor that you're a caregiver. They can give you advice about taking care of your physical and your mental health. Healthcare professionals may also know about support groups, respite care, and other resources offered in your community. A counselor or other mental health professional. If you're feeling anxious, frustrated, or depressed, help is available. Ask your doctor for referrals for counselors and check with your health insurance provider to find out what your plan covers. In your local senior center, state office on aging or social service office, office or local area agency on aging. These organizations will be familiar with resources available in your community and may have tips for accessing them. And then last, your faith community. Larger congregations may host support groups for caregivers. All right, so what else can you do if you're feeling overwhelmed? Be active. Find something active that you enjoy, such as walking, dancing, gardening, or even playing with a pet. Even short periods of exercise can be beneficial. Second is eat well. Working on having a well balanced diet that includes a variety of healthy foods. Drink plenty of water every single day. And last is prioritize sleep. Aim to get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Develop a relaxing bedtime routine to make it easier to fall asleep. And try to go to sleep and get up at the same time each day. So, what else can you do if you're feeling overwhelmed? For one, you can reduce stress. Experiment with relaxation techniques such as meditation, Tai Chi, or yoga. Download a smartphone app with guided meditations or relaxing music. The good thing about this is a lot of these apps are free. And then make time to relax. Carve out time each week to do something you enjoy that has nothing to do with caregiving. It can be as simple as watching a favorite TV show, reading a magazine, or even working on a hobby. Keep up with your own health. Make that doctor's appointment you've been putting off. Tell your doctor that you're a caregiver. They may be able to suggest resources online or in your community. And then reach out for support. Talk to a trusted family member or friend or seek counseling from a mental health professional. Join an online or an in-person support group for caregivers. These are people who will know what you're going through and may have suggestions or advice. And then take a break if you need it. Ask another family member or friend to step in. Hire an aide to come for a few hours, or just sign up the older person for an adult daycare program. And then, last but not least, be kind to yourself. You don't have to pretend to be cheerful all the time. Feelings of sadness, frustration, and guilt are normal and understandable. Express your feelings by writing in a journal or talking with a friend. All right, so if you're not the primary caregiver, how can you support that person? So, a primary caregiver, especially a spouse or a partner, may be very hesitant to ask for a break. So, here are some ways that you could get them the rest that they need. First is to offer to stay with the older person for one afternoon a week, for example, so that the primary caregiver can have some personal time. Arrange for a regular respite care in form of a volunteer, an in-home aide, or an adult daycare program. And then last, if you live far away, travel to stay with the older person for a few days so that the primary caregiver can take a vacation or just take a couple days off. All right, so caring for yourself as a long distance caregiver. Long distance caregiving brings its own kinds of stress. Caregivers who live far may feel guilty about not being closer, not doing enough, or not having enough time with the person. They may even feel jealous of those who live closer and can do more. Many long distance caregivers also worry about taking time off from work, being away from family, and paying for travel. Although they might not have the same stressors as a primary caregiver, long distance caregivers should be aware of when they may need help as well. All right, you guys, so be gentle with yourself. You are doing the best you can. Many caregivers have trouble tending to their own health and well being, but give yourself credit for every single thing you're doing. You guys are making such a big difference in someone's life, and I don't think you guys realize it. So here are some references if you guys want to look up some more caregiving tips. This is just a snippet of what there is on this website. So thank you guys so, so much.